and thank you for joining me, Alyssa Arundell, for your November 2020 tarot card reading. Really honoured that you're sharing your space with me here for this video. If you would like to check out your free 3-card tarot reading, you can do so by clicking on the link down beneath this video, or indeed reach out to myself for a live one-to-one reading. But without further ado, let's get into this month and see what information holds for your specific zodiac sign. Hello beautiful Aquarius, and thank you so much for joining me for your 2020 tarot card reading. Let's get into our reading and see what the month holds for you. So your present situation here, Aquarius, is the Knight of Pentacles. Knights typically represent messages, and Pentacles are to do with our financial arena or our material arena. So this could be news about grants, loans, pensions, inheritances, anything to do with if you're waiting for a letter from your local council, government, anything to do with housing. So this is all your material earthly needs, and there are going to be some messages that come about it. Now, what is blocking you? What's blocking you is the Page of Wands. This could be a youth in your life who is a fire sign. Perhaps they're not quite getting where you're coming from, perhaps they're not quite on board with the program, or perhaps they're just getting a bit too carried away. If it doesn't represent a person in your life, this is trying to balance your creativity and your work life with your home life, and it could be a bit chaotic for you this month, Aquarius. I can only be honest. I think there's a lot of excitement that surrounds this, but there is going to be some juggling needed to make sure that you're able to give enough attention to both these areas of your life. So your foundation card is the Page of Swords. If this is a person, you've got another court card here. If it is a person, it represents a youth in your life who's going through a difficult time, and they might come to you for some assistance or guidance, and I think you're going to be a wonderful person for them to talk to. If it doesn't represent a person, this is your foundation card, is asking you that if you do have any contracts or anything does come in the post, anything you need to sign, please read the small print carefully. It's not to say that there is anything deceitful, it's just asking you to be extra professional when it comes to signing anything, and just really having that clarity of thought, focused. Don't commit to anything when you're pushed and pulled or in the middle of something else. Really take that time to read the agreement properly. Your past here, Aquarius, is the Three of Cups. And this is about celebrations. It could have been that you attended a wedding, or that your family is changing in some way. You may be welcoming new life into your family, or perhaps some people are joining your situation. I feel like there is definitely a new gust of optimism just splashing into your situation, and this is really going to give you a lust for life, particularly if you've had a difficult couple of years. I just feel like this energy, if we look at the cards you've pulled so far, you've pulled a pentacle, you've pulled a wand, you pulled a sword, and you pulled a cup. You have every single element working in your favor at the moment. That is alchemy, and that is how we manifest. So your spiritually crowning card, you've got the same as Capricorn. It's in exactly the same position as well, Aquarius. The Pope, the Hierophant here. Because it is in your spiritually crowning position, and because this card generally does represent organizations, particularly religious or spiritual, it really could be that you get really stuck into learning a new modality. And what I mean by modality is you're learning about spiritual practice. So perhaps it's chakras, perhaps it's meditation, perhaps it's prayer, perhaps you join a new church or temple, perhaps you just really focus on your own inner spiritual journey. So that's all really quite exciting stuff. And this card, in another direction, asks you to not break away from traditionality too much. Having those, what we would say, old-fashioned values is actually going to be really good for you this month. It's going to get a lot of people around to your way of thinking. You don't need to reinvent the wheel, just have manners. So your immediate future here is the Seven of Pentacles. You're really planning ahead now. You're planting those seeds for a bright new beginning, particularly around your career and around your home life. So whilst this month, what you're hoping for might not come into fruition, at least the ball is really moving. At least you're really getting things done to confirm and consolidate your situation. So your state of mind is the Hangman. This card is very you in some ways because, you know, he's a unique guy. He's very chilled. He likes to dress up. He likes to look a bit different. Sometimes this card can look a bit jarring because it is a hanging man, but he's hung by the ankle and his face is so like calm. I don't know if you can see that. He's like just chilling. So as your state of mind card, it's asking you to, yeah, maybe if you can't act, this card's asking you to be traditional and this card is asking you to be individual. So maybe your actions need to be traditional, but you can break the mold a bit by your appearance. And that might be a nice compromise. It's also asking you not to rush into any decisions, a bit like signing that contract. Give yourself some time to breathe and focus. Don't feel pressured into doing anything that you're not sure of. Your outside influence for this month is the Six of Swords. You're definitely moving forwards from a situation that has been very painful. You know, you might not feel like jumping for joy and clapping your hands and running around celebrating straight away. But there is definitely a sigh of relief, like, oh my goodness, my life is actually changing for the better. And that is a wonderful thing. And because it's your outside influence, it could be that someone comes in to help that situation or, you know, just help you in general to move forwards. Your hopes and fears for this month, Aquarius, is the Three of Pentacles. This is about teamwork, working together, being honest, being open. Yeah, just being a team and really sharing resources and ideas to get something done, to get something moving. So you're definitely not going it alone this month. There is going to be a team or a group that is essential for you to get your goal. And then your outcome is a very interesting card here because you have the Nine of Wands. Defend what you've created here. You know, this is saying to you, don't be pushed past what you are comfortable with. Now, this isn't to say don't explore new things, but you have a limit. So say this is a budget. Say this is to do with money. You have a limit. Don't get forced beyond it. Your energy, you know how much you can do. Don't feel forced beyond that. This is about being assertive about what you can and can't attain. So just in general here, you're going to get some news regarding your finances or your material life. You're feeling very creative. Read things very carefully. You have got some newfound optimism. You don't want to break the mold too much, but at the same time, you know, you do. So finding out how to balance those two things. Don't make any rash decisions. Your plan is going to plan. You are moving forwards from a difficult situation. Teamwork is going to be key in this, but stand up for your beliefs and don't get walked over by the end of the month. So there you have your monthly tarot card reading for November 2020. Thank you again for sharing your space with me throughout this video. If you'd like to check out your free 3-card tarot reading, once more you can do so by clicking the link down beneath this description box. But thank you so much for joining me, and until we speak again next month, take care, stay safe, and many blessings. Alyssa.